God, the boneless one that shall never change. There's no Trinity in God. I mean, all praises due to Allah. If there's the enemy of the angels, Chibiyo, Mikio, those none of the Chibiyo brought the Quran down from the heart of Prophet Muhammad, the Messenger of Allah. And the Lord of all worlds, enemy to his well. All praises due to Allah. All praises to the Lord of all worlds. Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah for the old. Traders.
Pause. Queensbridge in the building. Primo on the beat, word up. Primo on the beat, word up. Dusty tapes in the attic, memories rewind. Voices from the past echo through my mind. Blocks I ran, corners I claimed, friends I lost. Every lesson had a price, every line had a cost. The hustle never paused, fiends scheming in silence. Police lurking corners, plotting with violence. I press play on the tape, hear the screams in the laughs. Every scratch, every beat of the photograph of the past. Old homies on parole, some gone, some return. Lessons we never learned, still inside we burn.
And you say that you're revolutionaries. Well, if you are revolutionaries, you must assume the revolutionary posture. Chairman Mao says power comes from the barrel of a gun. See, it's no in between. You're either free or you're a slave. There's no such thing as second-class citizenship. But you go for it. You go for it because you chumps. The only thing that's gonna free Huey is gunpowder, black powder. Che Guevara says it's only two ways to leave the battlefield, victorious or dead. Huey is in jail. That's no victory, that's a concession. It's power that controls this country. America changed the international monetary standard from gold to paper gold. You see, black folks are chumps. If America were to tell you to bring all the rocks in this country to her, and she'll give you $1 million for it, you'll do it. And the next day she'll tell you we're using rocks for currencies, chump.
I'm gonna share this too. I forget. I want to make sure I get this on record, right? I was in Harlem, right, somewhere between Harlem and, you know, Harlem is a part of Manhattan, but it was somewhere in between the Manhattan, Upper Lower Manhattan, or Harlem, Spanish.
Harlem. Right. It gets you see Spanish Harlem.
Yeah, it was confusing. In that area.
And don't forget Dyckman, okay, which is like considered the Bronx, but it's all Manhattan, really.
Yeah. Listen, it was so cold this night. It was like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm talking about freezing cold. I'm talking about I ain't have nowhere to go. It was so cold, bro. I'm talking about when I said freezing cold, bro, like no mercy cold. I was walking down the street and I remember asking God, please help me, man, help me. Because like I said, I didn't know it got that cold.
I mean, you asked the right one.
Yeah. So listen, I'm walking and I seen somebody had cut a rug. You know, like a rug an old rug, and they roll it up to put on the side of the garbage to throw away. I seen a rug, man. This rug, I grabbed that rug. Man, it's funny now, but this was a real moment in my life. I rolled the rug out, right? Got in between the rug and rolled it back up.
Right, to insulate yourself inside.
And I was in that rug until the sun came up, bro.
Right.
And the next day I went to a rehab. But I'm just telling you, like, you ask me what made me
You gotta
change.
take your breaking point.
See, them type of, I'm talking about cold. I ain't talking about
Oh,
one.
New York, the people in New York
Listen,
know
I'm
what
talking about this, not the new New York. I'm talking about 2004.
Oh, guess what?
When it was
It used to
snowing
be-
piles.
Okay,
You see what I'm-
it used to be way worse in the 90s and the
Yo,
80s when it came to
so
snow.
this is what I'm saying. Like those moments right there, bro. I remember rolling this rug open,
Right.
jumped in it, and rolled it back up, and stayed there, bro, and until I was freezing, bro. Like,
I mean, the rug was there for a reason. So
Yeah,
good
so-
thing you was smart enough to get the rug and roll inside
Yeah.
the rug, because you could have turned to an icicle by the next morning.
bro,
You'd
listen,
not been here
it
right
was so
now.
cold. When nobody out in New York that night. It was like 2-3 in the morning. It's freezing cold in New
I mean, you learn the streets. That's why I said the migration. When you live in the streets, you learn the streets. You learn where they're giving food at. You learn where they're giving clothes at. You learn where.
But I think I was in an area, cause it's certain hours when they, like, I think in the shelters 6-7 o'clock, ain't no coming in the shelters.
Unless you work.
Yeah,
If
so
you
that's what
work,
I'm
they'll
saying.
give-
So
they'll be lenient.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's 3 in the morning. Ain't nobody open the doors
Right.
nowhere in New York. So
Curfews.
yeah, it's the curfews. So like I was saying, those moments right there, bro. See, I don't never want to forget that, bro. Like, and so when I see people out there like in the streets right now, somewhere in New York, cold, sleeping on the streets, bro. Man, that shit hit me hard right here, bro. It shit just bothered me, bro, because it's like some of them, like I said, some of them don't have a drug addiction. Some of them just don't know what to do.
I mean, this season is like a tough season because you got
Yeah.
everybody shopping and
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
during the holidays, it's more
Right.
depressing for a lot of people. So a lot of people celebrate the holiday, but a lot of people are more depressed. They go through a lot of depression because a lot of their family members ain't here no more. It ain't,
Right.
and it ain't like what it used to be, cause
Right.
everybody go through those. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
It's just being human.
yeah,
period.
but it's a very and during the-
Isolation.
during this time, and like I said, like Seven, especially if you have a family and you can't provide for them, it's really more depressing. So,
Right.
but just talking about this, man, this homelessness and really sharing with the world like what it was like being homeless in Harlem, man. I always think about that lady, man. Like, and like I said, that was over.
Do you remember her name?
I don't know. I just know she was a Muslim. I just know, and I really believe, and I know that the Creator put that woman in my life because, like I said, she was like she always said.
Some
that.
people, you'd be surprised. That's why you can't take nobody for granted that crosses your path, because sometimes they send angels there for you, okay, to guide you and take your hand and get you to where you need to be going. You know what I'm saying? And it's for us to take heed to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we pray and we ask for certain things. Sometimes it don't come exactly how you ask for it, but it do comes, and you just don't take heed to it.
Trust me, on my journey, all the cities and cities and states and different towns that I've been in, I know for a fact the Creator put a lot of people in my life, at certain times to help me either get through just those moments. And she would, like I said, she was.
I'll say vice versa also, because as you went through the journey of getting yourself together, you have also helped a lot of people. You have also wrote, publications talking about your life experiences to help, once again, other people. You have spoke students, a lot of newspaper articles written about you, written about your story. So
and like I said, in the beginning, a lot of people was like, you're not you don't worry about what people may feel as, you sharing your story openly like that. And I always tell them that I want to be one of those examples that be the light for the people that can't speak, that don't have a voice. You know what I'm saying?
We're not gonna say you need to be Superman to be a role model. You know what I'm saying? The best role models is the ones that don't fit those molds that society wants you to follow. The drone modes. You know what I'm saying?
And that's, like I said, that's one of the main reasons that I'm not, I don't have shame or guilt of sharing my story openly, because I want people like homeless people. My message is for the homeless, the voiceless people, the mental health people, the people that's in that the world turned their back on. See, I want my message to be able to be one of those messages that when they see me or hear my voice or read about my life as being in the streets and part of that lifestyle of the streets of selling drugs and then using drugs and being homeless and all that, and then turn around and change my whole perception, my whole life, and becoming an artist and using my art to educate the world through my addiction and through my homelessness and selling drugs and things and being incarcerated.
I'm being an advocate also. Don't forget, you're also an advocate.
Yeah, that's more like it, an advocate of, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of people don't want people to know that they have a drug addiction or they been homeless, or
even the ones without drugs, they all need somebody to fight for them. They all need somebody, you know what I'm saying, who didn't forget them, who didn't leave them behind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who thinks about them and not just think about themselves.
It's a lot of stress. When I was telling you, man, when I was home, I smoked a lot of cigarettes, man, because it was like, bro, not having a place to live, not having
that was your coping method.
Yeah, it was like, bro, I puffed cigarettes like crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, being homeless.
I see people, like, somebody else might smoke and then they run in the train station and can't smoke the whole cigarette. They throw it. I see people go around and collect these things off the ground.
Yeah, I seen that a lot,
You know.
So, you know what I'm saying? Just saying that, man, homelessness is a real situation for people that's really in a real life situation and it's ugly, and the more, like I said, what I use my books, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times when I sell my books, I give back to the community, bro. Like,
I've been with you out there.
Yeah, so it's like, that's the whole purpose, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully in the future, I can find a ways to, on a day-to-day basis, you know what I'm saying, to be able to sell my products, my books, to be able to feed people, clothe people on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my...
Maybe you should start a nonprofit, and then, like the funding, hey, you'll be able to have like some help to help others. And I'm glad I jumped into that, because that's the next question I want to ask you is, what are some resources that you could share for somebody who might be listening and might be in that homeless situation? Because this is a Wake It Up outreach for homelessness podcast right now.
Well, I mean, if they really want to get help, you know what I'm saying, this is for all over the world. Go to your local homeless shelter,
right.
Ask them for a caseworker or a resource worker. Ask them, do you have any type of programs in the community that can help me, find housing, find resources of schooling, a trade, or any, you know what I'm saying, how I can begin to build my life to doing it. If you got a drug addiction, first you said, well, is it any way you can help me get into a rehab? And once you get into the rehab, boom, you get clean, your mind is clear. That's when you start working on other resources in your life. Because I feel like if you got a drug addiction, if you're not ready to stop, you might as well, for me, like my drug addiction, I ain't have no simple drug addiction. I had a hardcore drug addiction. So,
but it started and then it grew.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Start like
that. So yeah, it get worse. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, first I had to get rid of my drug addiction. And once I got rid of my drug addiction, I felt as though now I can deal with what I really want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? So I began to be around people that that had drug addictions, that went back to school, got their GED, went to college, got jobs, you know what I'm saying, bought houses and did things that they always wanted to do, because that's something that I learned being in recovery. See, that's what I do. I go to a 12-step program, you know what I'm saying? That's also, that ain't got nothing to do with no program. That's just an outside world thing where people, they meet up and they talk about their drug addiction and how they get through the day and how they go through the day without using drugs. So,
I mean, it helps hearing it from other people, because sometimes you think you're in these situations by yourself or alone, and nobody has been through these situations or going through these situations. So when you have your peers and you can speak among your peers, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that helps reality, set also, okay? And it also gives you options and hope, more hope than you probably had the day before.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Like I said, once I begin to be around people that's been clean for like 20, 30 years, you see what I'm saying? They still have problems in life. They just don't use drugs. They learn to deal with and cope with life. No matter what happens, they don't do drugs. So that's another thing far as me living my life. See, I know that as long as I don't do drugs, right, I got a shot. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens in my life, I can't use drugs. If I don't use drugs, I can stay on float. The next day will be a better day. You see what I'm saying? Because see, once I use drugs, don't nothing else matter.
Right.
See, that's when you know that, see, you have social users, you have, you know what I'm saying, people that do it for fun, you see what I'm saying? Then you have the ones
who can function,
who do it, who can cope with life.
Right.
They use it to cope for life.
Bills.
But then you have the ones that when they use a tornado, earthquake,
acting, right,
it just turned the whole
disaster situation, right?
And that's me.
Right.
See, you gotta be honest with yourself. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta know yourself.
Yeah,
also.
you gotta know you. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be honest to let yourself know that if I use drugs, ain't no social.
Right.
Ain't no we gonna party and then the next day we gonna go to work tomorrow. No. If I use, you may not hear from me 6 months later.
Oh,
motherfucker said, where the fuck you been?
Right.
Why you so little? What happened?
Right.
Where your house at? Where your car at? You understand?
Yeah, man.
Where your phone at?
Right.
Where you at?
Now, mind you, this whole time you're not even worried about none of that stuff. You're just worried about the next high.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like, see, that's why when I share my story, see, you gotta understand that I'm trying to touch the ones who's in my situation. And then the ones who never been down this far in addiction, I'm trying to warn you that
sometimes they need the warning signs.
Yes.
Sometimes they need, like I said, this the wake up show. Sometimes people need to see what's really going on in front of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this same person might need you to just help lift them up, okay?
Yeah.
And help them stand up again. Because a lot of people fall down once again and they're programmed to stay down now. They don't know that you don't stay down, you get back up.
Yeah, so that's mainly like me sharing the hardcoreness of my life. I'm trying to help the people that's down that road and the ones who's headed that way. You may want to hear my story. You may want to really tap in and put your big ear on and listen to what I'm saying,
Right.
because you can use some of these jewels that I'm giving you. You may not need them now, but you can at least put them on the shelf. And when time comes, because like I said, I didn't start out using hardcore drugs. I started out smoking blunts, drinking, going to the club.
I mean, don't give cannabis a bad name on this show. All right, man.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Because they program people to think that's the gateway.
Well, it
But
ain't no
now-
program. That's the truth.
No, because the people that's on hard drugs now, this is what they're using to bring them, to wean them off of those hard drugs. You can't overdose on cannabis. You understand?
No, it ain't about overdosing. It's about, listen to what I'm finna tell you.
It's not about overdosing, but a lot of those drugs, hey, especially the newer ones, it's like it sends a message to their mind that their heart is not breathing. Their heart is not beating. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they panicking and the heart is beating faster. And the heart is beating. The next thing you know, they overdose. Hey, and if you don't have no Nox or no
Narcan.
Narcan, you understand what I'm saying? You might
Well,
lose
I
them.
look at it like this. All right. A social weed head, right? A person that smoke weed. See, you can only diagnose yourself as an addict. You see, you don't see it. Can't
See,
nobody.
No, but we gotta keep it real. A lot of those situations come into maybe the person was a social smoker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they down on their luck, and now they're in the streets, and then they're around a crowd that using harder drugs. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
And they're like,
listen.
just try it. It's good. You know what I'm saying? And then they get caught up in that.
No, but listen though, I've been around people that's in recovery. They never did no drug but weed, and they couldn't function in life. They recovering from weed. So what I'm trying to get you to
This is a
understand.
positive show, so I ain't gonna talk junk.
Now
about
listen.
the
Now
T
listen what I'm
stars here.
saying. I can't say you an addict. You have to diagnose yourself. Can't nobody tell you that you're an addict because you gotta base your life off your own life.
Right, but it's crazy in this
But I'm
country
telling you, there's
how-
people that's been in recovery. They only smoke weed.
Right. Okay, so they got
They
the treatment
life got-
that they needed for it. So
Their life
My
became
thing is,
unmanageable. Listen
hey.
what I'm saying. They smoke weed. They couldn't go to work. They smoke weed. They couldn't pay their bills. See, that what makes you an addict. It ain't the fact that you can smoke. If you can smoke, like my brother, he smoked weed. I don't know if he smoked now, but he used to smoke weed.
Right.
And he go out and drink, but he can get up and go to work the next day. Go and do whatever, pay all his bills. But listen, but if you smoke weed and you don't make it to work, or if you smoke weed and you ain't paid your bills, or if you smoke weed and you ain't eating, oh, something wrong with you. But if you smoke weed and you pay your bills, you go to work, you eat, ain't nothing wrong with you.
right,
But it's a
it
different
gets
effect for
deeper.
every. No,
Right, it
yes,
gets
it's deeper.
than that because it depends on. Remember, I went to school for cannabis, but
All right.
it depends on what weed you smoking. You could be
No,
smoking
it
some
don't
weed
matter.
with Fetty Wap. You
Listen.
could be smoking some weed that's mixed
No,
with something.
listen.
Okay,
Listen one for the
and
tell you.
then that you have that reaction for
This
it.
one will tell you, you ain't even gotta smoke nothing. You can gamble and be an addict.
Yeah,
They
drinking.
have gambling anonymous.
Right,
It's where
drinking.
so it ain't got nothing to do with the substance. It got something to do with this. It got something to do with your behaviors. See, your behaviors and your thinking cause you to fuck your life off. See, that's the whole. It ain't got nothing to do with the weed.
Oh, I'm just I'm
So what
advocating
I'm
for
saying
it.
is, when you smoke weed, you do heroin or whatever, that just push it more. It makes it. You understand? It's just it adds to it.
I did want to
Go ahead.
wanted you to share like one of the craziest stories
Uh-huh.
from the shelter. But what about when you go in these places and it's like going into a candy store for drugs? You know what I'm saying? Everything you need and everything you want is inside there, inside the building.
Well, I mean,
That-
it's no different from jail. It's
That
no,
too, right.
All right, it's no. Cause see, you gotta understand this. If it's in the world, right? It's gonna be in the shelters because the shelter ain't no jail. It's a free place you can go in and out. So, I mean, it ain't
But
like.
to some people, jail is a shelter.
But it'll be it's more. I think it's more disrespectful if you in a rehab. where you're trying to get clean, and people in there got weed, drugs.
It goes on there.
Yeah,
Sometimes
no, I've been in. No, listen,
custodian.
I've been in rehabs where people
Right.
getting high. You know what I'm saying? So I know that. But what I'm saying is, the shelter, I don't underestimate that. Yeah, or even prison, jails.
Same thing.
But
right.
in a rehab, see, a rehab is supposed to be a safe place for people to saying, I want to get my life together. But what
And
makes
then
it,
people have to be serious about
yeah,
that.
but no,
also.
listen, what messes the rehab up is the court-ordered people. See, the people that's court-ordered to the rehab, see, they don't think they got a problem. So those are the ones using, because they are the ones, the judge, instead of them saying they get caught with drugs, right? They'll say, I got a drug problem. So instead of going and doing jail time, they go to a rehab.
Oh, yeah.
So by them being
They
in the
gonna beat the
rehab,
system, right.
so they in the rehab, they ain't in there for drugs. So now you're a drug addict. Oh, you want some drugs? Oh, I got you.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I got more respect for the rehab to be a place, because a rehab supposed to, because I've been in rehabs where you be in a rehab and you really trying to stay clean, but everybody around you getting high. Listen, I was in a rehab
Or they let you out with somebody, and then you go back to your old neighborhood.
yeah,
and then you
something
get-
like that. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of, depending on the situations, you know what I'm saying? So, but the point I'm trying to get you to understand is that the outside substance things just make the addiction part of you worse. You understand? Because see, like I said, I ain't, like, if I'm gonna give you an example.
There's another demon on you.
No, I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm saying. I ain't did no drugs in years, right? But I eat a whole box of cereal less than an hour. If you let me. See, you understand? That's the addiction. You understand what I'm saying?
Break it down. My brother.
All right, so
Yes.
what I'm saying is this. You have a lot of people that's in recovery. They don't have 20 years, 30 years clean off crack and heroin. But based off their addiction of eating, they became diabetics. They done lost their legs. They done lost their feet.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is what I'm saying. The addiction is deeper than the drug use. The addiction is people in recovery, bro, that,
Right. You go from one addiction.
yeah,
to
so that's what I'm
another
saying.
addiction,
So
basically.
it ain't got it got something to do with weed, crack, heroin, it does. But if you take it away, now I'm sexing. I'm sexing so much I don't call it HIV.
Right.
You see
So
what I'm
you picked
saying?
up another
So
addiction.
that's what I'm saying. The addiction is very deadly. And if you don't see, that's the parts I was missing when I was younger. I couldn't grasp that because I thought long as if I get me a nice car, money in my pocket, get my weight back up, shave, take a bath, throw on an outfit, clean, pull up, let people see me. Oh, he doing good. They ain't got shit to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? Because have you ever seen somebody like that? You see them, they used to be on drugs, and then you see them another time, they nice, clean, doing good in life, and then down the line, you see them again, they toe the fuck up.
Yeah, I've seen that.
All right, so, that's what I'm saying. The addiction don't never go away. You ain't did drugs in 10 years. This the drug over here. You ain't touched that in years. But the doctor telling you, if you don't stop eating, we're gonna have to cut your leg off. That's the addiction. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like, see, you gotta understand, like, when I signed up to jump off the porch, say I wanna be a drug dealer, all this shit we just talked about, from the drug addiction, homelessness, to the cutting off the leg, all this shit lead up to this. Don't you know addiction, you can eat so much. Like I got one eye. My addiction, you can eat so much, you can lose your fucking vision from diabetes if you keep eating crazy.
Right. Which is another addiction.
All right. But it's still, it ain't another addiction. It's the same addiction. It just went to another area. It's the same. It ain't 10 addictions. It's one addiction. It's here.
But some people have more than one at one time.
It's the same addiction. It just affect different areas. It ain't no. It's one. It's one addiction, and it just fucking you up in all areas.
But I mean, a food addiction is different from
But
drug addiction.
It's still addiction.
Which is different from
But
alcohol
it's people.
dependence.
So let me ask you this: 7 inches, you got a drug addiction. You using crack, and you lose your home, right? Or 7 inches, you got a food addiction, and you lose both of your legs. This shit is deadly, bro. You understand what I'm saying? It don't matter. Listen, you can use crack and fuck your whole world up doing it that way. Shooting heroin, snorting fentanyl and die just like that. Or you can eat gobble, gobble, gobble and lose your legs.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that it's people that have multiple at one time.
Listen to what I'm saying.
It's
still the same.
Next one.
Now listen. Let me ask you this:
facing-
if I shoot you in your arm with a gun, it hit there, but it's fucking with you in your head. It hit different areas. It's gonna hurt your hand.
Right. So we're talking about addiction. It's like
what I'm trying to get you to understand.
See how you got all of those tattoos. It's people who are addicted to getting tattoos.
Yes.
They'll cover their whole body, their
But
face,
it's still
head to toe. With
it ain't.
tattoos.
It's still an addiction. It's one addiction.
All right. But when some people is, I ain't gonna say it's good if it's just like a lot of tattoos.
I
or
think
it's good if I just smoke crack. It's some people who deal with 5 and 6 different ones at one time.
I understand what you're saying, but
Right.
what I'm trying to get you to understand is like, it don't matter which one you got. It's the fact that if it's fucking your life up, you got a problem.
It's true.
But see, I used to think.
I kind of
Now
understand
listen.
what you're talking about because I go through that with my brother who had a very hard drug addiction. And then every time he tries to run away from the drug addiction, he wants to gamble now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
so what I'm saying, he trying to substitute it. So here's the thing.
Right.
7 is I got a crack problem, right? Put the crack up there. I don't want no crack. I do this, weed.
Or drink.
But I'm not. It's not doing like what I love.
You ain't getting that.
Yeah. Right. So now I'm here, but I'm going back and forth, back and forth,
Right,
back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. See, but see what I'm trying to get you to understand is once you go here, no matter what you do over here, it ain't gonna do like this. So you're gonna keep coming back to this unless you say, you know what, I can't do it. Can't do nothing.
I know quite a few success stories because I had an uncle who was bad. And he relapsed. He would go to the program. He would do good in the program. But when it came time to come home to visit the family, he would be in the mix of his own homeboys, his friends.
People, places, and things.
Relapse there. And with him, he ended up like with you. You see how you say you don't want to be with just men in the program.
Yeah.
So he ended up meeting his wife there.
Mm-hmm.
And she had already been in the life of church. This was her way of changing her life and getting her life in order. So she brought my uncle in, and we say from the early 90s to now, completely different. Became an ordained minister. He had a church here in the Bronx. He ended up moving down south to Georgia and started another church now. You know what I'm saying? And he's like you, okay? He knows that life ain't gonna ever, okay, have no good come from it when it comes to him.
Period.
Okay? Maybe other people it might work for, but right.
Yeah.
So
that's why I was saying you gotta diagnose your own self, because I don't know people smoke crack for 30 years. All of a sudden, they don't smoke nothing but weed now.
Right, I told you.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, I told you.
So what
helps.
I'm saying,
it helps.
but that ain't my story. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say you got your uncle diagnosed his own self. He know that.
No, it actually had got so bad. So I have a baby uncle who has a different dad than the rest of my grandmother's children. So there's already that type of stigma there that he was treated bad, and he's the baby. So of course, when you came in the world, times was different. It might have got a little bit easier. They might have been a little bit lenient, but it carried on to where now this uncle was smoking crack, threw his life away, feel he at the point of no return. But then the baby went to the army. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's beloved by the family. He's in Germany. They send him everything. And then when he came home, it's like, he came home with the benefits that come with the army and everything.
Yeah.
Take care of my grandmother, take care of himself. He met his wife there also. And then the jealousy, okay? The crack didn't help because it just put the thoughts in the head. And that same uncle, one day we send in you know how families to be.
Yeah.
We sitting in the kitchen, we cracking jokes, we laughing. We didn't have internet and all of that stuff back then. Okay, we communicated and talked and that type of stuff. And him and my younger uncle get into it. And then he just dashes at my uncle's wife who's pregnant. Okay? And in his head is telling him to do something to the baby. Okay? So now the whole family got to jump on him. Okay? Restrain him and literally push him out the door, lock the door, close the door, everything. And then that was one of the wake-up calls for him because you ain't coming back in this house, okay? Right, people's safety is in jeopardy, okay? Right, so you have to go get help for yourself now. That's the only way we're gonna let you come back in here is you show us, okay, that you're gonna do things different. You're gonna let that anger go. You're gonna start masking it and bandaging it with the crack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna see that the predicament you put yourself in, you can't blame other people for that. You hating on him because he didn't choose that path that you went, but you chose that path to go down that way. And it just went to the point of no return. And then for him to see like, dang, my family, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do better. This is not the life I want.
Yeah.
Right.
But like I said, you know what I'm saying, going through a lot of different trials and tribulations and different experiences, being on drugs and just you don't have to be a drug addict or drugs.
No,
you can just be going through life, man. In life, you can just get tired of life beating the fuck out of you, bro. Like, cause like I said, it's people that I know, man, got 30-some years, bro, and they be going through it.
I mean, one of the points that we brought up here, because if they rewinded and listened to it again, we left some keys to helping people get out of those situations. So another good thing is to have positive people in your corner.
Yeah. And like I said, one of the main deals is that, you know what I'm saying, you got to learn how to leave people, places, and things away. Stay away from it. And you can be your own people, places, and things. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because, see, one thing I've learned, you can put me in a whole nother city where I don't know nobody. I can find the drugs. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't really the people, places, and things. Is what when they saying people, places, and things, they saying your old environment, your old people that you ran with and lived and grew up doing crime and smoking weed and
that crowd.
So you gotta lead them.
Right.
It ain't the fact that you're better than them or they're less than you or you trying to avoid them. It's for your safety, because temptation. One thing I learned about temptation and reverting back to your old behaviors and ways, bro. Like when I told you, like them some of the hardest things you have to learn to break is your old behaviors, your old thinking patterns and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, one of my thing was like stealing. You know, I was very good at stealing, bro. So it was very hard for me to say, you know what? I can't steal no more, bro. You can't take from these people no more. You know what I'm saying? Because the longer you steal is part of your addiction. You know what I'm saying? So, cause I got addicted to, like I was telling you. Once I put down once I put down the drug, I used to go to stores from 7 in the morning all the way to like 10 at night, just store to store, stealing. And like I said, I have so much merchandise, shit that I ain't wore in months.
But while you're doing it,
it's a rush,
right?
So that's what that's what I'm saying. The addiction ain't got nothing to do with putting something in your body. It's the fact that your thinking and your behaviors reacting to something that giving you this rush. Like if I eat,
again, eating.
Yeah, okay? That's what I'm saying. It's eating.
Right, it's getting you there.
Yeah, so what I'm saying,
some people exercise and it takes
so listen, I'm going to break it down to you. I'm going to break it down to you no more. I remember growing up, we used to go to stores and hit stores, going to the stores and jump and grab a lot of name brand clothes, right?
Yeah, once again, don't say those stores.
Now, listen, and run and jump in cars and pull off, right?
Right.
So here's the thing. It's a rush and it's a hustle. Now, mind you, the addiction is designed to kill you, no matter how it comes. I remember these dudes running in the store, grabbing clothes, coming out the store, running, jumping in the car. That was their thing. They was known for doing this. Security guard got at them. They got the tussling. Security guard shot and killed them. See what I'm saying? See, addiction, it don't matter how it gets you, it got you. Same way if somebody eating cereal, eating food. Doctor tell you gotta cut your leg off. See what I'm saying? That's the addiction part of it. Take you to the extreme where it destroys your life. And that's
do, but they like separate because hopefully that security guard they put him under the jail.
No, because
killing somebody for stealing.
No, because the dude got somehow they got the fighting or something. I remember he was all over the news. They got the fighting.
Right, but even a fight doesn't that doesn't give you the right to take somebody's life.
Well, you gotta understand that's Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it happens here too in New York, in Staten Island, New York.
So what
a
I'm
couple
saying,
of years, there was a young 18-year-old boy on my block who was stealing Amazon packages, and he goes to the neighborhood store, and then somebody calls him and says he's in here, and then the guy comes to the store, swinging a gun. The boy runs to the back to try to hide. He goes in the back and shoot him numerous times and took his life, 18 years old.
Yeah, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, it ain't the fact that it was right or wrong. It's the fact that if he wouldn't have been doing it, it wouldn't even happen.
Right. I'm just saying.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Don't take somebody's life.
If I wouldn't have been eating the cereal like I was, I wouldn't be at the doctor.
Right.
So same way with the damn cigarettes. You can smoke cigarettes. They already tell you on the package, may cause cancer.
Yeah.
Lung cancer. It tells you that.
Right.
But
I mean, but then when you go to like Wuhan.
Yeah, we ain't talking about over there.
Was in the mountains.
No, we not talking. We talking about in America. No,
smoking cigarettes.
We talking about in America. We talking about the brand that they got on their package.
The switches.
No, the brands where you talking about, they ain't got no package with a stamp.
Because when I was growing up,
no, we talking about now.
Everybody, they had the commercials.
Everybody, everybody was
said.
smoking, but I'm talking about now. In this day and time, you know, smoking cigarettes can cause a lot of. One cigarette got 6,000 chemicals in it.
Guess what?
One cigarette
vape got 6,000 cigarettes in it. So
what
you see people vaping.
But listen, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand is that addiction is anything that make me feel good. If it make me feel good to the extreme where it'll kill me, I got a problem.
Right.
So it ain't got nothing to do with a cigarette, weed. It can just like sex. Some people have sex so much. You ever seen a woman? She got 6 kids, all by different men, and she got a new man fit to have another one.
Right. And in modern days, they're probably all friends. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
so that's
Like,
what I'm trying to tell you. Like anything that to wrap this episode up. If I don't leave you with nothing else, this is my breakdown of addiction. Addiction is anything that make you feel good, and it cause you a lot of harm in that feel good. That's where to the extreme where you can't stop, but you know it's causing harm to you.
right.
So glad I was able to come drop a few gems.
Yeah.
It was a very interesting topic, man, to talk about my first experience being in Harlem.
Right.
Like I said, it was a very good experience for me to shape me and make me a better person today.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a culture clash. In Memphis, it ain't no Disneyland, but I'm pretty sure it was a culture clash. The differences and the similarities, but the differences. You know what I'm saying? I thank you for coming on here, co-hosting, co-podcasting with me.
It was a good show. Hopefully we can make another show.
Yeah, right. It's
like
a
I
lot
said-
of outreaches that we need to do. Hey, we talk about addiction, but we didn't really get into like the drugs and the hard drugs that they got out there now.
Yeah. We can get into that. We can also
Especially the opioids. We in a borough where this borough is more higher than states when it comes to opioid addiction and the deaths. But
With that,
Drez.
with that, thank y'all for coming back to our show.
Right, and we're gonna continue to wake it up. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah. With that, one.
They could not stay in the hands of Muhammad. Literally.